As we promised, we've been adding content every single month to the Reading with TLC studio, and we just want to give you a few glimpses of some of the important features we've added recently. Nancy, you can show them some of the new activities that we've added that didn't used to be there. And people are also going to see that we've got more how to use the studio videos, and we've got new hot topic webinars that weren't there before. We also have more teacher tools loaded up for you, ready to help you through your practice, whether it's in the classroom or online services. One of the important features that I know you're going to love, because you asked us to create it, is going to be the ability to create and save multiple whiteboards. Nancy, why don't you show a few of the whiteboards that you've got listed here so they get an idea that they can have whiteboards for different students or for different topics or different levels.
Sure. So if you can look at the top up here, I click on this little plus sign, and here are all of the different whiteboards that I've created. This could be for the same student on different activities. It could be different groups, as Penny said. Right now I'm working with a group who is working with King Ed. I'm going to do some moving of the letters around and sounding out words. Later in the day, you might have someone who's working on open and closed syllables with multi-syllable words using those syllable division rules. Let me click on another one here that I've got saved. I've got a student who wants to use the, let's see, brings us to a great thing we wanted to tell you about, is a new feature in the whiteboard, which are our new movable morphemes, prefixes, roots, and suffixes.
These movable morphemes are prefix, suffix, and root cards that are color-coded, so it's going to be easy for your organization and for the kids to know which one is a prefix, which one is a suffix, which one is a root. And all they have to do for you to set up a lesson would be to go to the draw under the lively letters cards, under the sight words cards, under the images draw. You're going to see prefix, suffix, and roots, and you'll see that they're all in their sections, color-coded. Pick out the ones that you want to use, and then we're going to show you an activity that you could do with these, where you're moving them around to develop morphological awareness, which will also improve their vocabulary, their reading, and spelling of multisyllable words.
So what I've done here is I've started with a lower level student in terms of morphology. We've got some of the easier prefix, roots, and suffixes. Before we start moving these around to make new words, I want to have my kids reading these. And I want to let you know that in the resource section under Teacher Tools, you will find a brand new resource called Morphology Guide. And what it does there is it tells you exactly what you need to be doing with these prefixes, roots, and suffixes in the whiteboard. And it also lists for you all of the different prefixes, roots, and suffixes with their meanings and a sample word for each one. So it'll give you the ability to work with your kids and tell them, for instance, that dict means to talk and pre means before. So if they ever put pre together with dict, you can help them learn that that means to say something before it happens. So I'm just going to show you a sample kind of activity you can do other than drilling and having your kids practice reading these. So I've picked a prefix here, re. I've picked a root, port. I've picked a suffix, er. And I might say to my kids, can you sound out this new word? Reporter. Now, we've explained in the morphology guide that make sure your kids know how to sound out words, maybe having used lively letters, hopefully, before you bring out morphology, because they need to be able to read these word pots. And I might say, if that says reporter, what would this say? What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to switch out my suffix. Oh, it's reported. And I might do something like, I took some images out of the helpful image jar, and I might say, every time we get a word right, we're going to put a star into the circle. You can do so many different things. All right, if that says reporter, what would this say? And I might switch this out and bring another prefix in. I might switch out my root. There's so much you can do with the morphology, and it really makes a huge difference in terms of developing their reading, spelling, and vocabulary.
And Nancy, there's a video on this in the Getting Started, how to use the studio up at the top of the homepage. So you can watch that brief video on how to use the morphemes. And also, Nancy has recorded Magic of Morphology webinar that's available as one of those trainings that you can view and get credit for. And inside that training also talks a lot about how to move these morphemes around to really develop kids' vocabulary, reading, and spelling. Although we have that's terrible English. Although we have so many more activities and resources that we've added in, we just want to show you one more right now. And that would be the black and white mini version of the sound wall poster that we sell on our store. We sell the large, colorful sound wall poster, but we've put this 8.5 by 11 version of it in black and white on the studio for free. And this is wonderful because you can post it on your office wall or in the classroom as an easy reference for teachers and for students. But also you can think of some fun games, print it out as a PDF, and you can give it to your kids, put it on their desks, and do some types of training of the sounds using that little sound wall poster.
Penny, the other thing would be great with this little sound wall poster is they can, we've given them the ability in the whiteboard to download different PDFs, and then they can upload that right into the whiteboard. So can you imagine this right on your whiteboard, and you could go and take little stars or anything you want and play little games with these?
Could be a form of bingo.
That's the way we think, right?
You're going to think of so many games, and we just hope you have a lot of fun. More importantly, we hope you find this easy and effective.